giveaway. Tune in to Judge Mablean between 7 and 8, and you could win $1,000 in the Grand Today giveaway.
Right here on Sky 4. Justice with Judge Mablean will be life, because in everything we do, it involves the law. You came to court to testify about what you heard, what you saw, and what you know.
She's fair.
I don't have a hearing problem. This ear works good. This one works even better.
She's firm.
I'm not responsible for that ticket, and I'm not going to pay for it.
Who says you're not going to pay for it? I make that decision, not you.
She's honest.
What you have to say?
All I have to
Nothing.
say.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean. Cassandra Reed is suing Marcus Coles in the amount of $1,050. Ms. Reed claims Mr. Coles' druggy friends stole her medication from their apartment. Mr. Coles claims his friends didn't steal her medication, and he's countersuing for $250 to cover medical bills.
Now, I understand that you are suing Mr. Coles because you allege that he caused some of his buddies to come to the house and your medication ended up being stolen or misplaced or at least out of the cabinet. And you're suing him for $1,050. And you're suing her, countersuing, for $250 because you said she hit you in the head and broke an ashtray.
That is correct.
All right. Let me hear what happened.
Marcus and I have been dating for about 4 years, and our entire relationship was really good up until the last, I want to say, year. I mean, he's always been a really sweet, caring guy until he started hanging around this new group of people, and like his entire personality just completely shifted. And these are not, I wouldn't even call them friends. Like, they just started hanging around each other, but these are like lowlifes, Your Honor, like hoodlums completely, just not the type of people that I've ever associated with and that I've known him to associate with either. The reason I'm suing him is because one night I decided that first I had made plans with my girlfriend, Alicia, to go up to Santa Barbara because I needed kind of a break from a relationship. I needed some time to myself. I had been living with him for now like a year, and he asked if he could have his friends over to play to watch the basketball game. And of course, I don't like his friends at all. I don't really want them in my apartment. We agree that as long as he keeps the place clean, cleans up after himself, and they're out the next day, it's fine. So I go up to Santa Barbara. I bring a travel case with each certain doses of all my medicine. I do not bring the entire bottles of medicine, any of them. I have a travel pack with this medicine. I bring up to Santa Barbara, I hang out with my girlfriend, I drive back Sunday morning, I get home, the place is clean, it's fine, I think everything's good. I go into the bathroom because I have to take my epilepsy medicine, and none of my medicine is in the cabinet.
So what medicines do you take?
Okay, so I have epilepsy medicine, I have antidepressants that I was given right after being diagnosed with epilepsy. At the time, I had a lung infection, so I had antibiotics, and I had my birth control.
And all of it was out of your cabinet?
Yeah, all of it. I have the documents for my prescriptions and how much they cost to refill, if you'd like.
So okay, let me see the document. So that's the $1,050, what you had paid for all of this medication?
Yeah.
And how long had it been since you bought the medication?
It had been, I usually get them every month, so it had been I want to say a week and a half into the month.
Oh, okay, so you could not get another refill right away?
No, that's why I had to pay for the early refill, because I need this medication every day just to function and be normal.
And you weren't finished with the antibiotics?
No.
Okay. All right, and so you say that he stole it, or what?
Yeah, I do believe that him and his friends stole my medicine.
Why would they steal your epilepsy medicine?
Okay, listen, that medicine is really expensive. It's $700. They're druggies. They probably didn't even know that it was for epilepsy. All they know is that there's prescription medicine in my cabinet. I have antidepressants in there. They probably just grabbed everything. They're like, what can I make money off of?
All right. What do you have to say, Mr. Coles?
First of all, my buddies, my guys, they wouldn't steal anything that they don't know what it is. They respect our house. They're not going to just come in there and just steal our medicine. Me and my ex-girlfriend, we came to an agreement that You know, we would have a guys' night at the house. She would go to her friend's house, Alicia, and, you know, just to get away from everything. The tension was kind of rough in the house. So she went out over the weekend. As far as my boy is like stealing her medicine, no, definitely no way.
Did any of them go to the bathroom?
Yeah, they went to the restroom. They did.
Okay. And when they used the restroom, did you go behind them?
No, definitely not.
When
Definitely
they left, did you check the restroom?
Yes.
And when they left and you checked the restroom, did you check the medicine cabinet?
I did not, Your Honor.
Okay.
I did not.
So you didn't check the medicine cabinet?
No.
Okay. Does your girlfriend keep her medicine in the cabinet?
She does.
And when she came home Monday and checked the medicine cabinet, she said it was it Sunday? You got home Sunday. Checked the medicine cabinet. Did she tell you the medicine wasn't there?
Yes, she told me it wasn't there.
Did you have an explanation?
She takes it and makes her really irresponsible. You know, she forgets things. She misplaces things. She just spazzes out on me. Like I really don't understand.
So you're saying the medicine is not doing her much good, it's doing her more harm?
Exactly.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
I had a panic attack while I was looking for my medicine. I called her right away, like right when he was going to the hospital because...
Did you hit him with the ashtray?
I didn't intentionally throw an ashtray
What do you mean
at
you didn't
him?
intentionally throw it?
And later,
Our neighbor, Miss Roberts, just asked me if my son was carrying a rainbow flag. And I was like, I felt
was
abused.
just a
I didn't know, it's
question.
like, it's not your
It was
business.
just a
you know?
question.
No, it was
You know
not
what?
your
It was
business.
just an innocent question.
Stop. Don't play me for a fool.
Justice with Judge Mablean. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Cassandra Reed, who is suing Marcus Coles for $1,050.
You know that they wouldn't.
Yeah.
She knows
Yeah.
that she left it in the medicine cabinet. When she came home on Sunday, whoops,
Yeah.
they're gone. I
Yeah,
guess
they-
there was
they just
somebody
disappeared, like,
as my father used to say, I guess a ghost came in the house and took them. I don't know what happened.
Seriously.
Exactly.
I don't even understand why you're trying to say that they...
Did you
Why
see
don't you
anyone
understand?
with your medicine?
No,
Did you
no.
ever ask any of them, did they take your medicine?
Oh, I haven't spoken to his friends. I spoke to Alicia because I had a panic attack while I was looking for my medicine. I called her right away, like right when he was going to the hospital because
Did you hit him with the ashtray?
I didn't intentionally throw an
What do
ashtray
you mean you
at
didn't
him.
intentionally throw it?
Okay, I don't know if you've ever had a panic attack, Your Honor, but I was having a panic attack and I was looking for my medicine. I ran into the room. I was screaming at him. I was really upset. I was like, you let your friends come in and they stole my medication, like my epilepsy
Okay, so what
medicine.
did you do then?
I was throwing stuff around looking for my medicine. Like, I was like, if it's not in the bathroom, is it in the room? Is it under the bed? Is it in my
And
drawers?
where was the ashtray?
It was on the corner of our nightstand. So I threw it. I threw everything. I was throwing things and it hit him and he was bleeding and it made the situation worse. I was panicking.
Your Honor,
I was crying.
Literally,
Like,
blood was gushing out the back of my head. I had to run
you
out
were-
like this.
You
Like,
were
So where's
Like-
your hospital
immature.
report?
it's right here, Your Honor.
Let me see that. To get a cut and bleeding
I
and,
had to get
and
8
gush,
stitches.
It's not just like I'm just doing this and I'm just kind of flinging
Yeah.
things around and there goes the ashtray.
No,
I had to
that
get
had
8
to go with a
stitches.
little force to
8
cause it to do
stitches.
that.
I mean, I'm sure there was a little first. They think he was just like in the wrong place, and I'm throwing things around. I'm not like
Your Honor,
intentionally throwing.
the
I did not
full
intentionally
the
throw
4
it at
years
you.
we've been
Do
dating,
not-
Your Honor,
why don't
she
you tell her
always
that?
has
I didn't
to-
throw
Stop.
it at you. Okay.
Now let him give me an explanation of the ashtray.
She's throwing stuff all over the place. She's throwing pillows, and the ashtray was right here on the edge, right? She just grabs it and just flings it. It hits me right here.
But did she throw it at you or she just grabbed the ashtray and throwing things out of the way like she said?
She was just throwing things out the way.
Okay, so
she,
it wasn't like you son of a, you let those people steal my stuff, boom.
Well, I'm not going to repeat what she said.
Okay, but it wasn't that type of throwing action is what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't
Okay.
like a
All right.
intentional football throw.
All
you
right.
know, but she hit me
So
with it.
here's the problem. Yeah, she hit you with
She
it.
hit me.
And the question is,
She-
did you
she
pay
got-
that medical bill for him?
Nope, she didn't.
I didn't pay the medical bill for him. He didn't give me back the money for my medicine.
She's always
now,
about
here's the
money.
problem I have, Miss
Always
Reed.
about money.
It's speculation that those people stole your medication. First of all, you have not provided ample proof that your medicine was in the cabinet before you left. The medicine is out of the cabinet when you get back.
Yeah.
That's what you say. Mr. Cole says no, it wasn't. He's not responsible for people coming to your house stealing.
No.
Oh, well,
No, I'm not saying that
Yes,
he's.
you are, because you want me to have him pay the money?
No, because I think that he did it with his friends. They're
No,
the type of
that
people.
I did
that
it.
was not your, that was
How would I
never
do-
your statement. You said he allowed his friends to come in my house and take my medicine. Now you want to change your testimony, and I'm not going to allow you to do that. Your statement was he let his hoodlum friends come in my house and take my medicine. You didn't, but you don't have any of his hoodlum friends here. You didn't sue them. If they took your medicine, they're the ones responsible for taking your medicine.
But don't you think that in order for them to leave the house with my medicine, if they were only there for the night, like you said, it's not like they had bags. You had to have seen them
were only
leaving
there
with
for a
my
night.
medicine.
We stayed in
Ma'am.
touch
You
all
had to have
night.
let them take
Cassandra,
my medicine.
listen to me.
All right, I'm finished. I told you. You don't have sufficient proof. You have speculation. This court cannot order something on speculation. Now, you also have to bear responsibility, too, when people are coming over to your house, and you said yourself, they're hoodlums, and you didn't trust them to get things that you think they may take to put it away. It's sad, but I wouldn't allow people to come to my house that I have to hide things from. But there are those people in our lives, relatives, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, that do that. And when you have a feeling that they're that kind of person, you have to clean your house up, or you don't allow them in there. But the judgment is for the defendant. You pay him $250.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff is ordered to pay $250.
Marcus, I know you and your friends took my medication. You can fool the judge, but you can't fool me. Go back to your mom's house.
You're completely overreacting. The ruling is fair. You had no proof.
Coming up.
So,
And this was in your son, on the porch or what?
yeah, no, her son gave it to our son.
You don't know that.
Justice with Judge Mablean. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. Co-plaintiffs Denise and Ryan Dixon are suing Charlene Roberts in the amount of $500. The Dixons claim Ms. Roberts' son bullied their son, causing emotional distress. Ms. Roberts claims that kids will be kids, and she doesn't owe the Dixons any money.
Denise and Ryan Dixon are suing Miss Charlene Roberts for the cost of a babysitter you had to pay to walk your child home from school because you're alleging that her son bullied your son.
Yes.
And therefore she should pay the additional cost you incurred for child care.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, explain that to me. I know you're husband and wife, right?
Yes, we are. I'm gonna talk first.
All right, so may I ask you to sit down, Mr. Dixon, please? All right.
We just adopted a child of 13 years old, and his name is Caleb. And what happened that one morning I went outside to get my mail, and our neighbor, Miss Roberts, just asked me if my son was carrying a rainbow flag. And I was like, I felt abused. I didn't know it's not your
It was
business.
just a
You know?
question.
No, it was
You know
not
what?
your
It was
business.
just
Hey,
an innocent question.
Stop. Don't play me for a fool. So don't come at me with those kind of little simple, that statement like, oh, it's just an innocent question. Bull. Okay, continue.
So at this point, I just said, excuse me, and I didn't want to continue the conversation, so I went home. But our son, after a while, just came back home, and I can pass you the evidence. So there is a photo of two guys kissing, and there is a red cross on it, and he was really feeling emotional about it. And it was Johnny, her son of 12 years old, who gave this photo to our child.
You don't know that.
Okay.
So-
and this was in your son, on the porch or what?
Yeah, no, her son gave it to our son.
You don't know that.
Okay, you were told by your son that her son gave it to
Johnny,
you.
that Johnny
Okay.
gave it to my son, and he was feeling really emotional about it. So we sat down and we really tried to keep open our relationship and have a conversation. So we talked what does he feel about, or does he like dealing with his sexuality? And he had to answer that, Mom and Dad, I didn't know that it will happen so soon, but I do question my sexuality. And he makes comments, he's like treating him, like he's saying, you're walking like
So
a girl,
what?
you're a homosexual. And that's why we had to take a babysitter that our son would feel good this little walk from school to home and not to do it alone. And hearing all this, like insults.
So when he hired the babysitter to walk home with him, the little boy wasn't saying anything else to him?
He's still saying, but he has someone to protect.
Coming up.
There is a law against
physically
bullying.
attacking
You don't
anybody
have
or
to
hurting
physically,
anybody.
You don't have to physically attack to bully.
You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Denise and Ryan Dixon, who are suing Charlene Roberts for $500.
Do you have anything different to add, Mr. Dixon? Now, you may be seated, Mrs. Dixon.
She can say whatever she wants to me, but when it comes to my son, when I'm picking up my boy and he's crying about being bullied and telling me that her son pushed him and told him to act like a boy, not like a girl.
Again, I just asked if there was a rainbow flag, and they took it to another level that I accused their son to be gay or called him homosexual or, I mean,
you said more
really.
than that.
And the only reason why I feel like they annoying me is because of the flag thing.
No, I mean, come on, I'm sorry.
But
What did
they
you
never
mean by the
approached me
flag
about,
thing?
No, it's
because
just,
I asked if their son have a
so you
rainbow
literally
flag.
asked
Did you
so
see
you
a
said,
rainbow flag? Did you see a rainbow flag? Did you see a rainbow
Yes,
flag?
I saw a rainbow flag.
So when was the first time you've ever said anything to Miss Roberts about what's going on between Johnny and Caleb?
Never. When she approached me and said what she said, she just seemed like someone that can't be
When
talked
she
to.
approached you and asked, was your son a homo?
Yes.
You just lost it.
Yes.
Now, the reason you got so upset about it is because you're having some issues with the fact that your son is a homosexual or maybe a homosexual. That's why it caused you so much anger. Now, 13-year-old boys growing up, yes, they pick on each other. That's part of the process of going to school. However, when a parent discovers that his or her child is involved in such behavior, it is the parent's responsibility to do what he or she can to stop the behavior, to stop it. Now, before you brought this to court, what responsible adults should do as parents is go to each other and say, we have been told by our son that X is happening. We'd like to talk about it to see if we can stop this from happening. But when you are separated and never talk to each other and come to an understanding, it's just going to escalate.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
You're going to find yourself up against the wrong person with your bad attitude. And you're going to find yourself up against persons who don't bring you to court, but who whip your natural behind. That's what you're going to find yourself getting if you don't learn to deal with differences and to tolerate differences and to try to get along with your neighbors. And you're not helping your son with your bad attitude. In a minute, your son is going to be in juvenile hall because you're not trying to pull him in and rein him in terms of his attitude. There's a law against bullying. There is a law against
not physically
bullying.
attacking anybody
You don't have
or
to
hurting anybody.
You don't have to physically attack to bully. There is, you know, I'm not going to waste my breath with you. I'm going to let it happen. You know what? Pay him $500.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiffs. The defendant is ordered to pay $500.
I really hope you're going to teach your son to be more tolerant with people and accepting.
I'll teach my son, but you should have come to me and talked about it.
This has been a production of Entertainment